You mean to say that Peter Gregory Obi or Gregory Peter Obi or Obi Gregory Peter, whichever one, according to let me that local name again. According to Arabambi, you mean that he went actually to the middle of a bad road for inside East West Road, where be say they show the ineptitude of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he go there, go stand, snap picture to prove the kind of bad work where be say Tinubu did do. Say if we get this kind of road where lead to the same destination way bad like this, then why can't they give bogus elephant contracts to use the new Calabar Coastal Highway when the one where they exist they in a very deplorable state? Well, that's not even one of the things we want to talk about. The major focus of our conversation today will be around the NDC deregistration and all the drama we surround them. Siraki Dixon had an interview yesterday where he spoke extensively about it, and it's now been known that the party or the people where be say even sue NDC now non-parties they not get face. And while others they talk say, well, the face behind this is actually his fellow Igbo brother. Now follow Igbo man. Now be say, go carry the matter, go court. Just a day, or let's say 2 days immediately after Peter Obi joined the political party. And guess what? The worst part of it is that he's a non-existing entity. Now follow carry this matter, go court. Then now, Kwankwaso movement joined together with the Obidient movement. And of course, Kwankwaso himself, they don't come give press conference. Kwankwaso grants an interview, the Obidient movement and Kwankwaso movement grants a press conference where they talk bitterly about this matter and they provoke. They say, what's in they go do? Waiting then go do. Waiting be those things they talk. I could try to see what I could get as much except from that interview if I know if you play the full one as much as possible. But in all of these, Oga Adeboye, where you say Dr. Kat just slammed the other day concerning waiting he say the men of God for Nigeria complicity for waiting they happen for inside Nigeria, especially as it gets to do with Christian genocide. It don't come out and defend President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as he get to do with the matter with the US. And he defend and he talks saying, no, people should not blame Tinubu. He has done his bits. And don't give the security agencies the wherewithal, the matching order. Waiting them do with and supposed to be their responsibility. People now said, excuse me, where was this excuse during Jonathan's tenure? Why did you not give the same excuse during Jonathan's tenure? But on a lambast Jonathan make him look like saying be the worst thing to mankind. But he don't reach person will be your in-law turn. I can't realize say, oh, he's done his bit. Wow. So as his bit is not good enough now, the killing is continuing. His bit should just be the best he can do. He's no longer the commander-in-chief of armed forces. And if the people will be saying employ, where he's saying don't give doing bits to, where he don't give matching order, no do the needful, what stops him from sacking them and reshuffling them? If he's done his bit? Well, that's a question when Nigerians they ask. Welcome to Updates with Precious, another very beautiful day to bring on the updates of all the things that they share for inside our country. As usual, make our go enter inside the papers and go bring on all the things that they share for the purpose. But that one will be after this break. Stay with us when they come back. Good evening, Nigeria. Welcome to Updates with Precious. Another very beautiful day to bring on an update of all the things that they share for inside our country, Nigeria. As it is a tradition, we go work inside our papers and we go bring on a headline of all the matter them as it hot for inside our country today. Because it's good we could look at the matter, then we'll come back and see those things and we'll be say what they talk about. So let's begin with the stories. We'll be say they for some papers. Troops rescue 10 abducted NECO candidates, teachers for inside Borno State. But guess what? Mark the who don't talk, say, may they invite China to colonize Nigeria. Invite China to colonize. Why you guys are not serious in Nigeria? You see, that's why your government never takes you serious. How can you say they should invite China to colonize Nigeria? What is going through your mind that you have to say so? Well, he said that they should invite China to colonize Nigeria since things don't be as it gets right now. Wow. Okay, so moving on to other issues. Anambra government arrests 6 persons for child exploitation, rescues 29 children. And then moving on, 76 ISWAP commanders surrender to Nigerian military. ISWAP commanders surrender to Nigerian military. We'll talk about that later on, and I have some footages to also show you. Dangote refinery imports first crude from UAE. Okay, before now they say that US they collect from, now they don't import also from UAE. Okay, politicians steal result sheets, risk lives. Politicians steal result sheets, risk lives of INEC staff. Amechi warns. say as the thief results sheets, they risk the life of INEC staff. Meaning say INEC staff wey dey in charge go fit see anyhow. You can't stop Atiku's presidential ambition, ADC chieftain replies Wiki. And then SDP has credible followership to win election in Oyo State. Governorship candidate, and they talk this on NDC, stay back and fight. Sambo tells Peter Obi. And then NDC, stay back and fight. The way you people say this stay back and fight is really very funny. He will stay on the appeal case until the case tumble, until the timeline to use transmit candidates for inside INEC pass, which is what they want actually. And then he would have just lost it. If it was with also ADC, see the way Amechi is lamenting. Amechi, they lament concerning the ADC primaries. That's what you people wanted. Like they already had their plans worked out already before he even went into the ADC. If he had stayed back, it would have just been business as usual too. And then you will not start yabbing him, oh, you lost primaries. That's why you don't like to contest for primaries. Now you're telling him stay back. When the system already rigged against anybody who even won there in the first place. Well, I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a broadcast journalist, Jerry, so I can continue my talk. All right, so moving on to other issues very quickly as they take hot for inside the news. NDC, Tinubu engaged in deliberate onslaught against opposition. Chikam Nayo said so. 2027, don't push Nigeria into chaos. Timi Frank on fresh plot to delist ADC. Another plot to delist ADC. Hey, don't reach ADC on and they talk about it. Okay, now insecurity. Tinubu doesn't need to wear khaki to fight. Pastor Adeboye and I they talk that one. He has done his bits. Ain't no need to wear khaki before he go fit fight. He don't do the best he go fit do. Like I read that story small for Nabok and see so and I go know. So now, the leader of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, Pastor E.A, Adeboye, said Nigerians should not expect President Tinubu to wear khaki to fight the country's insecurity. So Mokona no expect and say na go bear the khaki to fight. Now, Pastor Adeboye said Tinubu should also give instructions on how to deal with insecurity in Nigeria. Now, he spoke at the US, remember, he spoke at the US Nigeria Faith Heroes Award Gala. US Nigeria Faith Heroes Award Gala, which was organized by the Save Nigerian group in Washington, D.C., where he faulted criticisms against Tinubu regarding insecurity. That is, in the fault, anybody will be say they criticize Tinubu. How do you people criticize Tinubu like this? Is not good. On a where I make you want to make him work again enter inside forest, go to fight bandits, and wait on I want like this. So he don't do in beats. One are they talk against him. Talking against him is not good. You want him to wear khaki to fight this insecurity. That now waiting be say Oga Adeboye, they ask for inside that question. Now moving on with that conversation. His Adeboye said, I want to be clear. I don't support the people who are saying the president isn't doing enough. Wow. Say he no support anybody when they talk, say president they doing enough. When the leader at the top gives orders to his team, he has fulfilled his parts. You wouldn't expect him to go and wear khaki and fight. Did you hear that? When the leader at the top gives instruction or orders to his subordinates, and don't do in parts. So when you give orders and you say your order not good enough, and there are saboteurs within the order rank, where they stop that your order from giving the desired result, you cannot sack them. You cannot name and shame them. You cannot do it. It's not your responsibility to name and shame them and to apply more measures to make sure, say, you get that result where you did talk. But when I go open my talk, say, oh, Atiku no defeat enough to rule the country. Peter Obi no defeat enough to rule the country. But this kind of decision shows, say, President Tinubu defeat enough to rule the country. If you have given orders and then the orders where be say you give, no, they give the desired results. And then Pastor Adeboye, with all due respect, sir, things say that's enough. Once he don't do that one, he don't do enough. So that means anybody where they criticize Tinubu, we say, they do enough. They don't like that kind of thing. Say, like, they support that kind of person because Tinubu, they do enough. Once he be saying, don't give orders, he don't do him best. Well, quoting him further, so that I'm not going to say in my handwriting, let me talk him. He said, quoting him further, he says, when my friend Trump tells people to go bomb anywhere, he doesn't stay out of the White House. He says, I hereby command bomb Iran. And then he goes to his bedroom and sleeps. Adeboye said he still supports his stance, even though terrorism is getting nearer to his area. Say even though say terrorism don't be near in place when the state saying still support within ABC in support. Do you understand? Okay. I don't know if you understand me. Do you understand me by chance? Okay. Then he said again, um, he said again, he said things have gotten much worse. In fact, he said much, much worse than before the bomb even happened. He added, referring to the US bombing of Islamic terrorists in Nigeria in December. That's what he said. I don't know what to say about this, but I would be opening the phone lines. It's going to be a very interactive conversation so that I could talk on waiting there on our mind because I dare not have a say in this conversation, honestly. It just beats the mind to want to understand exactly what is going on and why Ibise, why is it okay, really, to blast Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, to shame Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, to make him feel like, say, him be the worst incompetent person. But then it be okay to excuse President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for even a worse scenario under in watch. Something way the worse under your own watch. It be okay to excuse them and to make excuses say no being false. Is that fair? And beyond it being fair, whether or not it is fair, is it Christian-like? That's what I would like to ask. Or am I just the one asking? Is it Christian-like that a Christian would have acted differently in another situation entirely, and then he gets to another situation that concerns him, that he has interest in, and he's acting entirely differently? I don't know, but I know I came across what's this? I think, let me see if I can remember exactly this incident now, so that I don't misquote. So I came across this particular interview, and I thought that it's very necessary for us to see excerpt of that interview because it's just painful. So it's just painful to see some things going on in Nigeria. So let me see if I have excerpts of that interview very quickly to show you. And this US official claiming that most of the things we BC would fear, it don't they handle. Okay, yeah. An interview by Sebastian Gorka. He's the deputy assistant to the president of the United States of America. That is deputy assistant to Donald Trump. And here in this interview, he did boast about the kind of work they have done in Nigeria that is even unknown to most of us. Let's take a listen to an excerpt of that conversation. Take a listen.
You want to know whether we're winning? 3 weeks ago in Nigeria, and I watched it live from the Situation Room. It was like being in a Tom Clancy movie, but it's better because it's real. I watched our operators kill 199 jihadis in one operation. Now, why is this important? That is the biggest neutralization, enemy killed in action since September the 11th. 199 jihadists who will not harm Americans again. Not only that, from that raid, we brought home, we needed an extra plane to bring home all the electronic material that we captured in those camps. And the haul was 3 times bigger than any enemy electronics haul since 9/11. And that is priceless because now our experts are taking apart all of that information, looking how the ISIS is communicating with each other. So we are so back in the game of counterterrorism. It is just superlative to watch our.
Wow. Did you hear that? Very shocking reveal there, if you ask me. Very shocking. I think that was in an interview with, I'm trying to get the exact interview, pardon me, because the print is still very, very small. Real Talk. Yeah, with Melissa, I think so. That's where he said that. And so all credit to this video goes to the owner of the interview, Real Talk with Melissa there. So he said, did you hear? Say the amount of ammunition and technology we didn't catch for terrorist hand for Nigeria, they need extra truck to use transport them down. I don't know if you paid attention to that. That's the part I wanted us to listen to. The amount. Now, this is the same government in Nigeria that's Oga Adeboye, they make excuses for Tinubu. I don't know if you let me play it again so you understand.
You want to know whether we're winning? 3 weeks ago in Nigeria, and I watched it live from the Situation Room. It was like being in a Tom Clancy movie, but it's better because it's real. I watched our operators kill 199 jihadis in one operation. Now, why is this important? That is the biggest neutralization, enemy killed in action since September the 11th. 199 jihadists who will not harm Americans again. Not only that, from that raid, we brought home, we needed an extra plane to bring home all the electronic material that we captured in those camps. And the haul was 3 times bigger than any enemy electronics haul since 9/11. And that is priceless because now our experts are taking apart all of that information, looking how the ISIS is communicating since 9/11. And that is priceless because now our experts are taking those camps and the haul was 3 times bigger than any enemy electronics haul since 9/11. And that is priceless because now our experts are taking apart all of that information, looking how the ISIS is communicating with each other. So we are so back in the game of counterterrorism. It is just superlative to watch our professionals.
This is absolutely mind-blowing. So the United States of America get to be the ones to tell us and give us information on the work we need to do to destabilize the terrorist network within the sovereignty of Nigeria. And yet, one of the richest man of God for inside Nigeria thinks that it is okay to excuse the president from this or absorb him of the responsibility. Ain't no supposed to take responsibility for the issue. I don't know if I can hear well or if I'm okay. I don't know. But that's fine. Let's go ahead with other issues in the news very quickly. I mean, this is Nigeria and anything happens and anything can work too. Adeboye Governor Nwifuru effect minor cabinet reshuffle, reassigns commissioners, screen pilgrimage before 2027 Hajj to avoid ISWAP inclusion, group charges NACON. And then First Lady launches National Community Food Bank Program for Northwest. Wow. And the Abia government moves to rescue abducted school pupils. Wow. So they abduct school pupils for Abia State. Well, let's take a dig at that story a little bit. So the government of Abia State, yes. So Abia State government says it is doing everything to rescue the 2 school pupils that were reportedly abducted by a tricycle operator in Umusu, Nsolo, Isialangwa North local government area last week. Now, the special advisor to the governor, Alex Oti, on security, Navy Commander MacDonald Oba, retired, made this known today, Monday, at Government House, Umuahia, while briefing journalists about the outcome of this week's executive council meeting. So he say they do their best to release the children. Then maybe say keke driver kidnapped. Anambra State government arrests 5 persons for child trafficking. Kano government remands nursing mother and over alleged killing of newborn. Let's move quickly to other issues because I'm coming back to other stuff so very quickly. Now moving on, 16-year-old Osasere Okundaye breaks ICANN record, becomes Nigeria's youngest chartered accountant. Interesting. I love this. Wow, good one. Xenophobia, Nigerian businessman Big Joe shot dead outside shop in South Africa. They see him. They no one come back. That my brother will come me the other day. Come back, oh, come back. I beg you. Anybody with this South Africa, I beg. Now who they alive, they hustle, I beg. Ford rehires veteran engineers after AI fails to match human expertise. Okay, so going back to other stories very quickly. Or your school attacks or your children's staff have spent 45 days in terrorist captivity, and Nigerians are lamenting prolonged detention of school children in captivity. We will win, not sit back and watch democracy die by court order. Obedient movement warns against threats to Nigerian democracy. We do not permit partisan rallies. Catholic Diocese of Enugu rejects use. Yeah? They won't do endorsement rally and they won't carry churches. The Catholic bishops in Bambamba, we don't do that. Look at Governor Soludo Taiwan Road. Anambra residents knock governor over poor condition of road after rainfall. People should stop it now. 2027, Obedient Movement holds emergency world press conference once against anarchy. And then xenophobia. South Africa begins deportation proceedings against Miss Universe Nigeria Chidima Adishina. I don't know why she still left. She still stayed back in that country though. Tinubu, a clear and present danger to Nigeria's fragile democracy. I can't read that editorial now. Terrorists impose 6 million levy in Kebbi communities, threatening farmers over access to farmlands. Now, Boko Haram terrorists storm Borno community, abducts students taking NECO exam, kill teacher. And then he has done his bit. Pastor Adeboye defends Tinubu amid soaring insecurity. Okay, Tinubu has secured 5 billion naira loan with UAE lenders, despite warnings on negative consequences for Nigeria's economy. People with the support now go tell us, oh, he's doing very well. Meanwhile, okay, let's go. Fix bad roads before constructing new ones. Peter Obi tells Tinubu's government, condemns prioritizing show-off project over critical road repairs. Now let's take a listen, take a look at that story briefly. So first of all, I'll show you pictures of P2B for the said road, and when it, with the press for and this thing we put out, the message we put out after that. So let's see. Let me see. I'm trying to get that his pictures in the said road. Yeah, that's him. One of the pictures. So he goes and says, yeah. So Nigeria's Democratic Congress NDC presidential candidate P2B has told the Tinubu government to prioritize the rehabilitation and maintenance of existing roads across the country before embarking on new road construction projects. Now, Obi said the government should focus on repairing critical road infrastructure rather than initiating new road projects and dualization schemes that offer only marginal benefits. In a statement, the former Anambra State governor cited the Asaba-Bini Road as an example of a strategic highway that requires urgent attention due to its deteriorating condition. And I said this before for people who were telling me, oh, the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, they see the example. The road is in a bad state, especially for this period where we say, what did they call them? Bandits. They stop people for highway. And you now have road that is this bad. Now tell me why bandits don't go stop people for road. You now have road that is in this kind of condition. An express road though. Express road ready for this kind of condition. In fact, there are places you go to in express road, you know, go use the dualization and I will get to run one way, both going and coming go run one way because the other side they bad. And it's been like that since Jonathan's administration till now. Since Jonathan's administration. And we don't look at all of these things. We don't see it as work. Now, this road, just to let you know, this is not the road where BC be the major road where connects everybody from Yoruba town, southwest, to either south-south or southeast. Because as they go through that road, once you get to Ondo State, which is already, you now get to Benin, and people where they go Delta cut off to Delta State, and then proceed, you get to Bayelsa State, you get to River State. Those who they proceed from River State to cross River State to Akwa Ibom State, proceed and continue. That same stretch of road. That is, if people won't go cross river, no one do what do they call it now? Anambra, Nsukka, did I say Nsukka? Onitsha Road. So it is bad. That is the major road where basically connect people from south, south, southeast, as it were, to this area. And yet it is in this kind of deplorable condition. And we don't see the need to pay urgent attention to it. Rather, now mega project we don't they only 10% completed. Which year won't complete the 90% of that Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway? Sea road, express road. This na road where BC people they pass. And we get this kind of road, and we're not thinking about money to fix it, but we're rather pumping money into a different road project. Well, this is not because people do not like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It just makes common sense, if I have to say that. That at least you go first patch the cloth where you get now. Patch them first. That one way you know say the priority. Now, according to him, he said the road serves as vital transportation corridor for travelers moving between Lagos and several states, including Akwa Ibom, Anambra, Rivers, Imo, Ebonyi. I just stated it, as well as part of Benue and Kogi State. He lamented that substantial sections of the highway are in deplorable state. describing the road as a major bottleneck responsible for persistent traffic or traffic congestion, as it were, and unnecessary hardship for commuters, businesses, and transport operators. So you can see that that's not the terrible condition of the road, but rather we'll pay more attention to Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, where you say we'll not do bidding, we'll just carry and give anybody we would like onto Kwarakpo and Friendship. Well, we've seen that. Let me just let that go very quickly because I don't have time. I really need to give you a hint of that press briefing. I hope I can play excerpt of that press briefing very substantially. I hope I can do so because there's no time, and that press briefing on its own is about 30 minutes long. All right, so moving on to other issues on the news. Let's see. Okay, Sirake Dixon slams Lokoja Court's ruling on NDC registration, says it's legally flawed and politically motivated. I mean, he had an interview yesterday, as I told you, and that's where he said all of this. And a lot of people don't come also condemn, what's happened for inside that press conference. That did I say press conference? The court judgment. But Sirake Dixon threw a bit more light on the issue around the press conference, really, where he narrates the entire ordeal or waiting ABC happen. But apart from Sirake Dixon, there are also others who also have explained, expressed, and also narrated waiting happen for inside the press conference. But we'll get back to that conversation very shortly. And then Tinubu's government 700 billion naira payments lie busted, as evidence shows only 40 billion was paid. I think I talked about this last week. 2027 NDC court case, a coordinated effort to weaken opposition. Rabiu was saying a BLASTS ruling party described registration suit as grand attempt to target Peter Obi. And then INEC denied us access code. Now, so they don't talk, the party don't talk, so they don't agree give them access code. I don't waste your time, let me show you a little bit of what Sirake Dixon said in that.
The status quo meaning that before you went to court to challenge INEC for not registering you. So there are those who interpret it as though there's no NDC because the party took you back to pre-registration.
Well, first of all, that interpretation is wrong. Whatever orders that he made in terms of status quo, even while the status quo you're talking about is debatable. Because right now, you have NDC registered as a political party. When the court made that order, the court positively compelled INEC to register us. This ruling did not contain a positive mandatory order directing INEC to deregister. This ruling did not do that.
But there is a judgment that INEC had that compelled INEC to register.
No, but
that ruling, that judgment in the hands of INEC is now a nullity. That judgment means nothing is left.
Wait. Courts don't function that way. Courts don't function that way.
But it reverses.
Orders of courts are to be construed strictly. It was possible for the court to have made that order on the registration if that was what it wanted. But the court did not say so. And in any case, our contention is that that order that was purportedly made was an order that was extra jurisdictional. He had no jurisdiction, no powers to have even entertained the application, no powers to have made even that order on status quo. Whichever way you want to interpret it. And that's a decision that the appellate courts will look at, and they will know what to do. And we are confident that even the orders, whichever way you want to interpret it, will be put right in no distant time. Okay? Once the applications are lodged, and our lawyers have been doing a terrific job, and the issues are very clear, Shehu. I would like you and all Nigerians to know this. Look, the party that went to file an application, a motion, who are they? Nigerians should know that that is not a registered political party at all. It is actually a known entity. It's not known to the laws of Nigeria. We have natural persons, you and I, Senator Dixon and Okimbaloye, we are natural persons. Okay? In this political sphere, for you to participate in political activities, you must be a political party. That applicant is unknown to the laws of this country. It is not a political association. It is also not a registered political party. It is not carrying out political activities. It is not sponsoring political candidates for this election or for any election at all. Nobody even knows the national chairman of that so-called association. Nobody knows the secretary. Nobody knows the office or headquarters. Nobody knows any member. Only someone described herself as pro tem legal advisor of an association. And it's even anomalous that it refers to itself as a party. It is not a political party. Actually, that is a crime under the laws of this country. A crime under the laws of this country. Because by the laws of this country, only a registered political party can call itself a political party and can undertake or be part of political activities. And it is a criminal offense to do so. So, ab initio, there was no legal, justiciable person, no juristic person before the court. Okay? So the action, every action associated with this matter is frivolous and it's embarrassing, actually.
So you really don't know people who are behind it?
No, there's nobody actually behind it. Now, let me tell you.
What do you suspect?
Wait.
Yeah.
So there are many suspicions and many motives going on, but I'm not here to trade suspicions. What I'm here to explain, the kind of situation that has been contrived. Contrived in the sense that, what did the affidavit, the so-called affidavit that didn't really disclose any case at all? You look at the affidavit, and the courts of appeal and others will look at it, and you'll hear more about it. Look, they said, even if you take them by what they have read, they said 2015, that association, not a party, association, applied for registration as a political party. And they were denied. Of course, as you all know, we started as 2017. Okay? Now, they were denied. So they are not a political party. And if you check 2015 till now, or till December, when we got this order, it's 10 years. So 10 years, that association has been moribund, dormant, non-existent, dissolved itself, is of no consequence, does not exist. Even if it existed at that time, its members, some may have died as human beings, some may have left, they may have japad, they may have, so it is.
Okay, so why he explained all of this, and people, he talks, say the party no get anything to do with, no get a face, as it were. People will be say, now then be this, will be say the register. I don't know if you understand everything he said. He talked about the year will be say this party even starts to try to register themselves as a political party, which was in 2015. And when INEC no registered them in 2015, they stayed back. They didn't press, they didn't, do things, go to court like then go, no do anything. They stayed back. But once Ibise then realized, say, them, I mean, even when at the time court gave judgment for NDC in December, they did not push that December. But immediately Peter Obi joined the party in May 3rd. On May 5th, then carried the matter enter inside court. So people are now saying that means at the end of the day, all of this they were castrated to ensure, say, he undo and unseat Peter Obi. However, other people don't they talk, say, oh, this NDC for no leave any loophole at all. When they know, say them been don't carry them talk, say, oh, on a logo resemble that of what did they call them? APC, the broom where they like this, and on a two-piece finger almost resemble. And then you pass that hurdle. You would have actually cross-checked to be sure that there is no other party that have tried to use the logo that you're using. Just to be sure of that. And I think somebody else also talked about their motto. That their motto. Now another party again also gets that motto. So if that party decide to also go to court now, it will also be another problem for NDC entirely, because the party will get the motto, or we don't use that motto before, or we don't try to use that motto before register to INEC. If they decide to say, okay, right now we won't go court, we could talk about our motto, we be say on a copy, that one could be entire problem altogether. And the question say, why it be say NDC no do their due diligence to ensure say they no get anything we get to do with this wahala? This two finger we cross up. Now the only logo we did this whole world we be say if you use. Why as somebody will be say they legally sound as Sirake Dixon, waiting make am wey be say try to make sure say he avoid any problem. Understanding that Sirake Dixon has also been wooing Peter Obi to join him, and knowing that if Peter Obi obliged that woo as him do now, problem go dey. So why you not do your best to avoid the problem? Right now, when they talk about the logo issue alone, even though say the party self will be say carry the matter go court, they not even they exist, because people they talk say if by right you dey talk say okay this logo belong to a particular party, because say the courts no register this particular party as a political party. Sorry, the INEC no register the party as a political party. That means they didn't exist. So if they don't exist, now first to register with that logo, now I suppose get the logo. So that means events don't overtake things. The people we get are not supposed to be these people. Since it be say, since INEC did not register these people all this while, they did not press on. And for people where they wonder, the person will be say they're in charge of this party like this, will be the founder of this party where the cause problem is in Emmanuel Uzowuru. Or so, that's his name. And people are now saying that, oh, Igbo people, why are you your own brother's greatest undoing? Why? Because they're saying I be the pro tem chairman, I be pro tem kiniko of the party. Pro tem legal advisor too of the Peace Movement Party. We be say this problem they come forward with so. And a lot still there concerning this. The problem now be say, if you look at the court judgment, is it possible that a court will pass a judgment for an entity that is not even a legal entity yet? That is what we do not know, because in Nigeria, anything would be possible. Even though people don't tell you legally, say no, they're possible. But before appeal court go even try judge the matter, make it be say declare your innocence and your rightfulness for inside the case, if you don't pass the level or the time we be say they go upload candidates. And that's why people are saying that what should what's their name? NDC have done to mitigate all this, and what can they do now if they want to be on the ballots? And do you think that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, since people think say, oh, the whole judicial system and all that, they act according to the body language of the president, do you think that they may just calm down and let things just be? Well, we'll quickly listen to what's in talk in terms of, because he did react to whether or not there may be coalitions. Let's listen to him.
But the question here is that there are those who say, NDC, you may not have a pathway to victory. Why not align with the likes of Atiku Abubakar?
Look.
Do you have a pathway to victory?
We can
you defeat
no
Bola
party,
Tinubu
no opposition. We are the leading opposition party now, even though we are just 5 months. And my style, if you notice, is not to denigrate anyone or any particular. I hardly talk about individuals and persons. I always address issues and propound core principles and values upon which my politics rests. Okay? Campaigns have not started. But as national leader of NDC and as a Nigerian, I have a bird's eye view of what has happened. Did you see what happened during our primaries? As flawed, as imperfect as they were, like the other parties so? The massive turnout across the country. Okay? When campaigns begin, every Nigerian will see clearly.
But will you align forces with the likes of Atiku?
Listen to me. As an opposition leader, we will be open. Our party, the NDC, will be open to conversations.
And you can form a coalition
within that space. But it's not for me or anyone to preempt. Okay? And we hope that whatever discussions will lead to the NDC candidate being backed, because we know the value of the candidates we are putting forward. Okay? We are not claiming superiority. We are not claiming anyone is not listening.
So you are open to work with other political parties?
Every party, every group.
You want to form a coalition? Is it possible?
We will, after the nomination processes have ended, so we'll get to another phase. Okay?
Yeah.
Of discussing.
Yeah.
Whether it will agree, I don't know, or we'll try. Where it will lead to, I don't know. But all those are options that are open.
Let me ask you.
All right, so let me move on quickly to what Kwankwaso said, and then before we go to the press briefing by the Obedient Movement.
Was being submitted to INEC, which is the fingers victory like this, and of course the broom of the APC are completely different. And therefore, as the law and the Constitution provided, the ladies and gentlemen went to the court, High Court in Lokoja, end of last year. And the verdict from the court, as expected, was that the INEC should register the party because there was no similarity to the extent that the INEC would reject the application. End of December to date is 6 months.
6 months.
INEC did not appeal. In the contrary, they decided to register the party, meaning they did the right thing. And INEC has been attending all the programs at all levels, ranging from the congresses to the national convention, and even the special convention that we held recently were all witnessed by INEC. To our disappointment, we only heard that a group that applied for registration also with INEC, which was rejected, went to the same court, to the same judge, and requested that our party should be deregistered. And it was a very huge shocker to us as members and even other well-meaning political parties, brothers and sisters within and outside the country. It was a very big shock that the same judge in the same court decided to reverse himself because of some people who are not representing any registered party and who are not representing any registered or known organization in this country. Just from the blues, the same judge decided to reverse himself. As law-abiding people in this country, what we decided, of course, is to go to court as soon as possible, I believe this coming Monday, to make sure that the stakeholders are being asked to stay any action and, of course, appeal so that the registration would be restored. So this is the opportunity to appeal to our supporters across the country and beyond, especially the young men and women who are in the NDC, our supporters in Kwankwaso and Obidients across the country, to wait, because we believe that reason will prevail.
Well, thank you so much for sharing a very detailed information about the current status of the political party. And as Engineer Kwankwaso has said to Nigerians, I believe this is time for those who have believed very well in the NDC, just as other political parties have, their supporters. The NDC needs you right now to come out and, also.
All right, so that's, by the way, that's what Kwankwaso had to say about this. But before I play you exactly excerpts from that press, let me just go straight. I wish that I can play that press conference as fast as possible, because it's very important that you listen to everybody who spoke during that press conference. Different people speak. Eunice Atanko, of course, started the conversation as the leader of the Obedient movement. But let's just take a listen to them very quickly. Please take a listen. Phone lines, by the way, are open, so you can just join the conversation. I've already pasted the phone line, so you can join the conversation whilst you're watching this.
Of a press conference of the Obedient movement tagged "The Road to Anarchy." a press conference by the Obidients movement on the recent dangerous judicial pronouncement in Nigeria. Good morning or good afternoon, gentlemen of the press, fellow Nigerians, members of the diplomatic community that may have this copy of this statement, civil society organization, our millions of supporters around the world. Introduction. The weaponization of justice. Let me repeat. The weaponization of justice. We have called this urgent press conference to deliver a message of extreme urgent importance to the custodians of our state power and the guardians of our legal institutions. The Obidients movement has taken deliberate note of the latest contradictory judicial pronouncement regarding the recognition of the Nigerian Democratic Congress, NDC. As a political party, these bizarre rulings come out of the heels of several other controversial targeted judgments and systematically engineered to dismantle a viable opposition platform in Nigeria. Just 3 days after Nigeria's incoming president, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, joined the NDC, a fictitious case was filed by a faceless entity to deregister the NDC. Even though it has no local standing in the case, and in a very laudable manner, the judicial entertained this case, disgracefully to us, and passed a kangaroo judgment on Friday, June 26, 2026. For the avoidance of doubt, this is a hatchet job by present administration to ensure that our principal, Mr. Peter Obi, is not on the ballot in 2027. We have said this before, and it has come to reality. But we will resist it with every strength of our body, and our determination is to ensure that Mr. Peter Obi is a candidate to run for the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are completely blunt. The Nigerian judiciary is actively surrendering itself to the dictations and the caprices of the APC regime. It is no longer behaving as an impartial guardian of justice. It has been captured and weaponized as a tool of partisan warfare. We are here to sound the alarm on the terrifying historical reality. The judiciary exists as the ultimate buffer between peace and chaos. It is the peacemaking arm of civilized society. But in the judiciary outlives its usefulness if it tells the common man that the courtroom is merely a marketplace where justice goes to the highest bidder or the most ruthless dictators, then the judiciary itself has signed the death warrant of our nation. God forbid. Because as we are seeing, the way in which our judiciary are acting give us doubt to believe actually if they are in defense of the common man. Some will argue that when the justice was made in our interest, did we come out and make noise? No. Why should we? Because the judiciary took a right judgment and everybody applauded. When you do the right thing, people will applaud you. When you do the wrong thing, people will talk down on you. True or false? Thank you. Let the ruling elite and the compromise bench hear this clearly. When you destroy the court of law, you leave the people with only the court of public opinion and the streets. If the legal system completely surrenders its integrity to executive manipulation, Nigerians will have no choice but to stop recognizing its authority. Because whether you like it or not, when your child knows that you have money and is completely living in hunger, one day he will challenge you. Have you not been so? So that is the situation in which we find ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, the current administration and compromised the judiciary and actively driven us towards the cliff. Every Nigerian now is not happy. We are even scared to go onto the streets. People can arrest you, and when they arrest you, there's no justification. Then you go to the court where you're supposed to be defended, they will take you and jail you. The fear behind the assault, the ruling elite, utterly terrifying. That is why they are desperately destroying the infrastructure and judicial technicalities to deregister and suppress viable opposition in Nigeria. But Nigeria belongs to all of us, not to a single political party or single individual. The political landscape cannot forcefully clear to create a monolithic one-party dictatorship, hell-bent on ruling this country into ground. Our children can no more go to school. We cannot eat 3 square meals. We cannot ensure that our people can travel from point A to point B without showing la hawla wa la quwwata. Or even saying, yeah, hallelujah, I have reached home safely. This is the situation in which we find ourselves. The presidency must hear this. Only Nigerian people have the right to choose their leader. Correct? It is the Nigerian people that can choose their leader. You cannot force yourself on all of us and say it must be you. There must be a contest. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. If this sadistic regime refuses to level playing ground field, it is a single, hardly prepared the ground for a violent revolution. The revolution may not even be from here. It will be somewhere else. Because when you deny people the right, they will rise up against the government. To our millions of members and volunteers and partners nationwide, including those standing in long lines during our opening and mobilization drive for the PVC of INEC. It is unquestionable that partnership and deliberate sabotage will keep you out of the ball. Keep your eyes on the ball. Keep your eyes on the ball. Keep your eyes on the ball. The eyes on the ball is Peter Gregory Obi becoming the presidential candidate of the NDC. No more, no less. We, the Obedient movement, now demand that the current administration not to use the judiciary to manipulate democracy. We shall defend democracy and protect judiciary independence. Justice must prevail and no political manipulation. Let the will of the people prevail. The joint ticket of His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi and His Excellency Dr. Rabiu Kwankwaso will be on the ballot, inshallah, on the 27th of January, before that time to contest for the office of the presidency. And by the grace of God, with the will of the people, we shall defeat this present regime, inshallah. The APC government have manipulated the Independent Electoral Commission. They have pocketed the judiciary. They have hanged the military. They have put the police into their own hands and stampeding on them. It is a state capture. Every apparatus of governance in Nigeria has been captured, and we are saying no to it. Ladies and gentlemen, we must work to build a new Nigeria. A new Nigeria that is accountable. A new Nigeria that is credible. The new Nigeria that has character. A new Nigeria that has compassion. A new Nigeria that can be accountable and present itself to the Nigerian people. And we believe that the only person at this point that can lead us to that place is His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi and Engineer Rabiu Kwankwaso. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. I think for me, we as Nigerians must have the understanding that what the NDC is going through is not an NDC problem. So when we continue to ask opposition this, opposition that, Nigerians must understand that in 2027, the battle is between a corrupt political class, a failed political class against more than 200 million victims of failed and rudderless leadership. If Mr. Peter Obi does not become president tomorrow, I'm not sure he has a lot to lose in his personal life. But a lot of us here who are seated as young people have a lot to lose if Nigeria does not work. Right. So as a people, we must begin to ask ourselves and know that this is a battle against our own lives. But let me use this opportunity to just send this message clearly to Chief Bola Tinubu and the APC and any person who may want to listen or be aware. In 2027, Tinubu will not run unopposed. Chief Tinubu, there will be opposition. And Mr. Peter Gregory Obi will be on the ballots. That's right. Chief Tinubu, Nigeria under your regime will never be a one-party state. We survived a civil war, we survived different military dictatorships, we will survive you. That's right. The same way Buhari, in collaboration with Mahmoud Yakubu, conducted the New Yam Festival election that brought you into power, you, Tinubu, will conduct an election that will take you out of Aso Rock and bring in competent leadership. Thirdly, Chief Tinubu, if the people around you care to listen, they should make you understand that for you to be a leader, you must have a country. Do not be so desperate to become leader that you destroy the country. Because that kind of desperation may end you power that does not belong to you and you lose the country. Let the sense of reason guide every person. Obi was in labor, problem came to labor. Obi left labor, labor is peaceful. Obi entered NDC, problem. Obi left ADC, problem came to, peace went back to ADC. Obi entered NDC, problem has come to NDC. Remove your monkey hand from the pot of soup before it turns to human hand. Nobody, no political party who controls everybody should be this afraid. You have more than 30 governors standing on the mandate which they shall collapse. You control, the National Assembly has become the Tinubu daycare. You control police, control INEC. INEC has almost become an electoral wing of the APC. In fact, we almost have an APC chieftain pretending to be an independent electoral umpire there. You control the military. Tinubu, what else do you want from Nigerians? Your wife has told us to sell akara, to fry corn, to roast corn, and to sell kuli. What else do you people want from Nigeria? Chief Tinubu, we may not know your exact age, but we know you are not a young man. Do not be too desperate to destroy this country for us, young people. Nigerian youths, are we together? Yeah. Refuse to panic. Go and get your PVC. The NDC will be on the ballot. Our leader, Peter Obi, and engineer Rabiu Kwankwaso will be on the ballot. I will be on the ballot for the good people of Ogoja Ayala Federal Constituency. And 2027, for the good people of Ogoja Ayala Federal Constituency. And 2027, the will of the people will prevail because the power of the people is greater than the criminals in power. God bless you.
Nothing can justify the kind of judgment we'll be seeing coming out of the courts against the opposition political party. Not on legal grounds, not on constitutional grounds, not even on the Electoral Act. Because how will you say that a party, by law, you have to be body corporate as a registered political party? And the only organization that has the right that has been given in the constitution to become a registrar and a regulator of a political party affairs in Nigeria is INEC. And if you are going to court as PMP, you are supposed to at least attach a copy of your registration certificate to show the court that you are a political party. The party that went to court is not legally known to law. It's unknown to the Nigerian law as we speak today. So it is even more evident in that document that we are asking that they would have provided the court, that the court went further without looking at it and gave God judgment against a registered entity that is the political party, the Nigerian Democratic Congress. Look, what we are saying here, what the national coordinator, Dr. Lisa Tanko, is fighting for, is not the right for his children or a right for himself. It's the right of all good men, all well-meaning Nigerians who have survived, who have struggled under this hardship of this government. And the fact remains that the level of the registration that is coming from also the court point only towards the opposition party. If I wake up today and call that my party name is James Peter's Party, and I go to court and say they should register APC, will the court do that? without following legal and procedural process to conclude the facts placed before them. And don't forget that this same party will apply to be registered in 2015. That's almost 10 years later. The party is coming back there. So a registered party is using their logo. And this party the NDC got its judgment 10th of December. Even if you want to register, you have, in some procedural cases, you have 7 to 30 days. In another one, you have 90 days. All those rules, the regulations and rules that govern the application of appeal has been exhausted either by INEC, which was a party to it, and it ended on the 10th of March, only for this party to come 6 months and 16 days after to come and apply for something and get a judgment. It means only one thing, that the APC is in panic. The APC is afraid of one candidate, and which is Peter Obi. He applied to join the ND on the 3rd. On the 3rd, but on the 5th, a case was filed against the party the NDC was in peace, enjoying themselves, doing their party, doing their organization, until Peter applied to be joined. So this shows that when you see a tire mark pass and you see a dead body on the road, the first investigation will start from the tire mark, whether it's the one that killed the child. That's why we are suspicious of the actions of the court, because we see that there's an attempt by government in power to conscript the space, to reduce political participation, and go to coronation. We have contacted a blacksmith to do a crown so that we can coronate the APC by January. Let them just go and be running the monarchy. Because if you want to be a president of Nigeria, you must go through a competitive contest. And that is election. Thank you.
Thank you.
I am here, not just in my capacity as Deputy National Public Secretary of the party. I'm here in representation of our party, our great party. And I want to confirm to you, based on the question that you have just asked, that as of today, our party is diligently and competently in court to challenge that obnoxious judgment, from the most perfidious justice we've ever seen in this country. So I can assure you that we are doing everything within the ambit of the law to beat back this disgraceful court judgment. So I'm also assuring you that we are taking into cognizance all the possible scenarios and technicalities that might be exploited against our party to make sure that we don't fall into a pit hole. And then I'm also assuring you, based on the question you asked, that today we are not only filing at the courts. We have some of the most intelligent lawyers. We have a team of lawyers we have assembled. And don't forget, our presidential flag bearer is smarter than them, including the vice presidential flag bearer. Our national leader is a lawyer. Our national secretary is a lawyer. We have also other eminent lawyers in our team working together in synergy. And I can also, lastly, assure you that while at the court, we would ask for accelerated hearing, and not just that, we would ask for stay of execution so that we can continue our business with INEC as usual.
Your issue of evidence, we are all Nigerians, the public court is there. They started by arresting people like Malam Nasru El-Rufai. They arrested Malami, former Attorney General. They brought out the PDP. They brought down the Labour Party. They brought down the ADC. Now they come to the NDC. How many proofs do you want?
Too much proof.
Is it too many proofs? If they are sincere, the thing is that when they were running, nobody went against them. But at the moment now, in fact, they even went against SDP. So it is very, very clear. Any opposition whatsoever is being run to the ground. And that is not democracy. So all of us here are interested in defending democracy because our democracy is in danger.
That everything is under control. But we don't know what it is like on the other side, especially in Obidient movement and some other, among supporters and members of the party. How are you taking it? Is it true that you actually have some sort of panic or fear within your ranks? Thank you.
There is no one single panic. One single panic. The candidates, everybody is rallying around this particular political party. And they all know that also their Jagora is Mr. Peter Obi, and their other Jagora is Alhaji Rabiu Kwankwaso. So where would they panic? In fact, let me tell you the truth. Those who are in panic are those who are trying to stiffen us.
Yes.
Those are the ones that are trying to intimidate. Those are the ones that are in panic.
Right.
Because if you are not in panic, you have the ministry under you, police under you, army under you, all INEC under you. You have judiciary under you. You have 30 almost governors under you. Yet you are afraid of going into a public contest. Who is at panic now? They are. And the Nigerian people are solidly together to fight for the right of democracy in Nigeria. It must survive. It must survive. Thank you.
Expound on that. And, from the look of things, there is an attempt, or it has been said that there is an effort by the administration to shrink the democratic space. What is the opposition doing concerning this? Because from our own side, as informed observers, there is no time. With the space be left to be shrunk. Thank you.
So it's party related. So I give it to him because he's from the party.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Wokocha. That's a brilliant questions posed to us. I appreciate the fact that you have acknowledged the fact that the party is undergoing the parties, or when I say the democratic space is undergoing shrinking, externally induced shrinking, and also my leader here, Comrade Tanko, has also pointed out that we are experiencing stifling, or stifling, as you may want to call it. So those two keywords are very, very much not just in our subconscious mind, but also in our active thinking. And students of physics like myself, I'm a graduate of physics, you understand that when you put some kind of gaseous molecules in a space and you compress them together, what do you get? The molecules come together. So now we are undergoing constriction or shrinking of the democratic space. Yes, inadvertently they are making us to come together to challenge, the political behemoth in the villa, and then to also build synergy to see how we can push back this externally induced shrinking. So I can assure you that going forward, we have, started discussing, there have been some undercurrents of discussion going on between us, the opposition, especially those of us that experience, dubious legal challenges, induced or, instigated by the ruling party, that we must come together to share ideas and to share, to share our efforts, channel our efforts on how we can address this issue so that our democracy must survive.
By saying that the local judgment is laughing. The local judgment is baseless. The local court judgment is as well dangerous. How do you explain a situation where a court ruling, after 6 months, the same court turned out to be a court of appeal, the same court? I think this is a shame. It's a shame on the judiciary. It's a shame on the present government. And so we have a situation, a very dangerous situation on our hands. A situation where the government of the day has weaponized justice, using the judiciary as a weapon of destruction. Today, the government of the day is using INEC as a weapon of destruction. Today, the government of the day is using the DSS as a weapon of destruction. These are dangerous to our system, and we are saying these things are unacceptable. We want a country where democracy can be practiced to the benefit of all without favor. But we are not seeing that coming. Today we see the rot, the destruction in our system. And we are coming out to say no to this. We are coming out to say there are oppositions. And the opposition will not close their eye to watch our own country go down the drain because some people choose to remain in power. We are not cowards. Nigeria belongs to us. So today we are gathering here to tell the world, especially the international community, that Nigeria is in a state of turmoil. And we will want their presence to salvage the situation we are having. Why are they chasing after us? Because of one man. The Peter Obi Kwankwaso ticket becomes so dreadful that NDC can no longer sleep. And they will go at any length to make sure that Peter Obi does not appear in the ballot. But sorry to them, because they have failed. In 2027, Peter Obi will be in the ballots. It's all about the people's voice. And the people are speaking, they will continue to speak on.
I think I have to leave it here because that press conference is a bit lengthy, but I wanted also to understand the full, extent of that conversation. Welcome, Chike Anyanwu. I appreciate you for joining us. Siwa Danjuma, welcome. I know that I've stayed beyond my given time, but I have at least 30 minutes to take your post calls since I said it quite late. Mr. Chike, you're welcome. Siwa Danjuma, do you want to shoot first, sir? Good evening, sir, and welcome. Mr. Chike, we can't hear you, Tiwa Danjuma. Mr. Chike, Tiwa Danjuma is giving you the honors, so go ahead.
Oh,
go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much,
You're welcome.
Precious.
Good to see you. This is the first time
can
I'm
you hear me
seeing
very
you.
well?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I always listen to you,
Thank
and
you.
this is the first time I've actually logged on to talk to you. So it's very nice to speak to you.
So good
Where
to
do you
have you here
live?
too.
I live in Maryland. Where do you live at? Thank you.
I'm in New
does
York.
Danjuma live in?
I'm in New York. Thank you.
I'm just curious.
I'm in New York. Can you hear me?
Oh, New York. Okay, cool. Yes, I can hear you now. Yes. So, Precious, I just wanted to talk about Mr. Enoch Kanyan because I hate to call him a pastor. I can't give him that.
You mean Daddy Gio, sir? Sorry.
Pastor.
Daddy Gio, sir.
No, I cannot. Yeah,
he was in US there with you people talking about it
reason.
now.
That's why I'm asking you. I was asking Benjamin, I wanted to know
if he's in Washington.
How do we know when they come? Yeah, how do we know when they come?
So that program by Save Nigeria was actually publicized. Apologies, I didn't. I think I would have invited the convener of Save Nigeria to be here that period to announce it because I know I saw his WhatsApp message a couple of times, but I didn't know that it would attract, quite. I think perhaps I didn't just read the details of that program, so I didn't know it would attract people like that. I would have let you guys know. I'm sorry.
Precious, there were people in that conference who didn't approve what he said. There were reactions against what he said right there.
To his face?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good, go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. We can hear you, sir. Mr. Chike, go ahead, sir. We can hear you. You were still talking. You still have the mic.
Honestly, I would have pulled my pants down and show him. I said I would have, if I was at that location, if I was at that event, I would have. I'm talking.
Yes, go ahead. I think you're hearing yourself from another device.
I'm talking. I think
so go ahead. No. Don't try to hear yourself from your earpiece at the same time.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Don't try to hear yourself from YouTube at the same time. The YouTube is delayed.
Can you hear me?
Oh, dear. So if you try to hear yourself on YouTube
Can
at
you
the
hear
same
me?
time, it is delayed. We can hear you,
I'm
sir.
talking. I'm really talking.
Oh, so just go ahead. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What's going on?
We can hear you. We can hear you. I don't know what's
Okay.
happening there. So just go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
No, I'm not here. I don't have another device.
Go ahead, sir. Come on.
Can you hear us, sir?
Okay, maybe I need to turn. Okay, let me turn it down then.
Okay, so TY, let me let you talk while we're
Okay.
waiting for him to. Are you
Okay,
fine now, Mr.
so
Chike?
just keep talking. Okay. So if I'm okay. Yeah. So I wanted to, if I knew about that event, I would have gone to that event, and I would have had. I'm talking. I never stopped talking.
Oh dear.
I never. You mean? Yeah, I hear you very well, 100%. Yes.
Ah, okay. So TY Danjuma.
I'm fine. I've been fine.
Okay, so you know what, TY Danjuma, just go ahead. I think he'll
I'm good.
rejoin us. He'll rejoin us, and then let's see. I don't know if it's his network, so let's just go ahead to take your own opinion, so that we don't, continue with that, and then while we're taking a lot of time. So go ahead. I bet you don't have problem with what Daddy Gio said. Now that shouldn't be a problem. Now I don't know why we're worried over it.
That's his personal opinion. I don't want to comment about what he said. This is not the first time we're hearing things that people think are not quite what should come out of the mouth of a minister. But he's a respected religious leader, and I don't want to comment about what he said and so on and so forth. I'd rather look at what's happening in our country concerning this development with NDC and the various reactions. Everything has been said. I've listened to lawyers speak. I listened to Jibril Okutepa SAN. I've listened to other lawyers analyze the situation, look at the various issues from 2015 when PMP applied, and all the developments and so on and so forth. And just looking at the optics, it's quite clear that there's something that is happening that is untoward. And if you go by the history, the trajectory of the political parties, how they have been emasculated, they can't campaign, they are attacked, they are bullied, people are shot, people are beaten, and so on and so forth. We never had this kind of a thing before, and it's strange that people who say they are Democrats and they fought for democracy would be under their watch. You see these kind of things. The president's spokespersons are quick to react when P2B speaks or something like that. But when things like this happen, they remain mum. You don't get anything. They don't say anything. So it's sad the way we the things that we're seeing happening in our country, and I can only my impression is that they were gradually going into very dangerous grounds that could spell doom for this country. What are my suggestions? I think beyond just talking, because they know that people will come and talk. Beyond just talking, I think now we will begin to sensitize the embassies in Nigeria. Go to them, write them, let them be aware of what is happening. Let them begin to do something about these judges. What was done to Peter Lifu, they just reprimanded him, nothing was done, because they are causing a serious problem for the system. How can a judge give a judgment on the basis of the judgment that he gave, asking INEC to register NDC? NDC has now proceeded. They have, put up structures. People have paid. Party formation. Party structures are all there. They're preparing for a campaign. A lot of money has been put in, and the judge will be callous to make this kind of judgment without looking at the damage that is going to do not only to NDC but to Nigerians who who have decided to offer themselves for political office. What has been spent, the investment, the time. That's the total disruption of the entire political system, which is what Peter Lifu also did. When he gave the judgment that he gave against against NDC and so on and so forth. So I think these people should be identified. The embassy should refuse them visas. That's one. Two, they should keep close eyes on these people and the system, and to identify those who are trying to set Nigeria on fire, particularly the APC and those who are behind them. I'm sure that these people have enough intelligence to know what is happening and who is behind this thing. And then, of course, for those of us who are outside, it's not just listening to all these talks and so on and so forth. We also have to sensitize, the foreign governments where we are, to see what is happening in Nigeria and to see how they're trying to bring this country down, set the country on fire. If Nigeria goes on fire, it's going to affect their investment, their interests, and so on and so forth. So it's not just about Nigerian people. It's about what is going to happen if there's an implosion, if Nigeria, comes down because of the imagination of these evil rogue elements that we have as leaders. The impact, is going to be calamitous, not only to the West African sub-region, but Africa and the entire world as a whole. So this is a serious issue. We need to wake up and begin to campaign, against these people and draw the attention of the world to what is happening in Nigeria. And because I believe that pressure on Nigeria, even from within and from outside, can cause this government, if they don't sit up, to collapse. So we are not, it's not enough to just sit down and be expecting that the court, will do the right thing. If the court don't do the right thing, what happens? So this is the time to wake up. There has to be option one, option A, and option B, and option C. Everybody has to wake up. It's not about Obi. Obi is comfortable. If he's eased out of the system, Obi is not going to die. So this is about, someone who didn't win the election, who is doing everything, tinkering with the system. He has done everything, which under a normal political, system where there's democracy, that government would have been thrown out. It's not time for people. Good people should begin to speak out. Those who feel across party lines, Nigerians should begin now to stand to say, no, this has gone too far. We can't take this nonsense. And not just say it, but stand up to demonstrate that we can't take this thing because we've been so liberal, going to court, allowing them, to do whatever. And that's why there's a progression in this axis of evil that we're seeing. And I think this is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. So that's what I think, because there's nothing else to say. Everything is open, is naked. You see all the evil machinations. You see, there's nothing to talk about. How they have pursued somebody from one party. When he leaves that party where he was before his camp, he goes to another party, they create a problem, and so on and so forth. You've seen all that. So there's really nothing to talk about. It's very, very clear that the devil is on the loose, and we have to chain that devil. And it's up to Nigerians to now stand up to say, no, this is not the fight of NDC or fight of Obi or fight of Kwankwaso. This is a fight. Anam, the person from Anam, say, I bet help me catch fish, because if they take them from me, they take the fish from all of us. That's the situation that we have in now. And if you don't stand, if you don't stand and challenge this system, if you don't stand up and say no to these people, with the evil that they are perpetrating, with this money that they are stealing, with the profligacy that we are seeing here, with the bad governance, with the insult that they are insulting Nigerians, and then you add that on top of the insurgency that is spread now all over the country or everywhere, and somebody is saying that the president has tried. It's not his fault. He just gave the instruction and go and sleep. Where is that done? In his own church. In his own church, he has removed pastors because they don't. The tithe collection is low. He has removed them. Why can't he give instruction and go and sleep? Why is he thinking and removing them? What kind of nonsense is that? I don't want to go into this kind of thing. That's why I said I don't want to come. Let me just.
Okay.
They laugh. Why they laugh now?
Mr. Chike, let me quickly take your thought. You were trying to say something, but I think the network had some delay or so you couldn't talk. I don't know if you can hear me now, Mr. Chike, so you go ahead, please. Mr. Chike, are you there? I don't know what's wrong with your network. Mr. Chike, are you there? What's going on? Why can you not hear me? Can you hear us, Mr. Chike?
I don't think you can. I don't think so. I don't think you can hear you. Can you hear me, so? If you know,
I can hear you over here. Just go ahead with your thoughts then, since it's
difficult. Oh, Mr. Tori, I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at you because I think the last time I was here, was it last week? I mean, 2 weeks ago, when the other court judgment took effect, and I said something. I said this is politics at its best. You know, this is what just happened. What is happening to NDC now? Okay, go ahead. I think you can hear us. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, sounds good. So you want me to go ahead and speak?
Yes. Go ahead, since your network is.
You want me to go ahead?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, what's up, man? Long time no see. So my goal would have been to attend that event for Mr. Adeboye. Like I was saying earlier, I would never ascribe the title of pastor to him because that would go against my conscience. Because I have never seen.
So is his network
worse than any president that I have ever seen in my lifetime. You know, but are being killed not only in Nigeria but around the world, and he never says a word. And that is so. I know I'm on your panel. You know, if I don't want to say things bad, you know, that you. So you can hear me? Can you hear me?
Just go ahead. We can hear you. Just keep talking. We can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, Via can hear me, but how come you guys can't hear me?
She can hear you. She's giving sign that she can hear you. If I can hear you, that means the audience
can hear me, but you can't hear me.
We're hearing you.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Just keep talking.
We're hearing you.
The audience are hearing you. It's just a delay between us, but we can hear you.
I'm in the library, so I should have good network.
We can hear you. You are very clear. You are clear. Just keep going. It's just a delay. Keep talking.
Precious, can you hear me?
Go ahead, sir. You know, it's causing a lot of delay to the program.
Yes,
just go ahead. I can hear you. I have been nodding and I've been telling you, go ahead, sir. I can hear you. Please go ahead. Oh, goodness me. So,
sir, she can hear you.
She's asking you to go ahead. As long as others can hear you, I can hear you. Please, sir.
Time is going.
All right.
Okay, so if you just go ahead, please, whilst he's trying to sort himself out. Please.
Yeah, on that NDC, I think the last time I was here, we were talking about the legal palaver that they are going through, and I said something. I said this is pretty much politics at its best. It's a systematic wearing down of the opponents, you know, through continuous engagement in peripheral, non-electoral conflicts. You know, just like the legal problem they are battling right now. So the goal is to disorganize them, disorient them from the administrative work. But the time that they should put in focusing on a strategy to, you know, mobilize people, take control of the polling units, and others, logistics strategy is off the window. So they'll spend most of their capital now trying to explain to the audience, their followers, that they should stay calm. This is not. So this is and it's just going to continue. You know, nobody knows where the next one is going to come from. So it's the time, it's the season that we are in. I don't think Obi or Kwankwaso takes in surprise. We are in the heat of the competition, so much should be expected. And I've been saying this since this electoral cycle that the focus is on Obi. It's Obi presidential ambition that they're after. So the goal to take Tinubu out of power is just pretty much 25%, and that is what Obi is, pursuing. But every other candidate in this competition, we're going after Obi, and they have the reason why. Obi is pretty much a Trojan horse that they never expect we have this kind of a momentum. So it stands at a crossroads to put an end to that turn by turn that they are parading, because anything we make Obi do well this election, doing well means that he got the 6 million and above, finish second or third. That's a disaster for the establishment, because that means Obi will be going to 2013 as the most populous politician in the country, because Tinubu will be going out. The closest person, or the person that will be above it, maybe it won't be Atiku. That one, age is not on his side. So how do you bring somebody else with that momentum that will defeat Obi popularity? Doesn't matter if Kwankwaso is there or not. So those are the things that especially the northern political players are watching. So if they can do anything to make sure the guy not seeing footing, and that will, automatically show in the outcome of the results, that's a win for them. So that's exactly what is playing out now. And then on that debate, our pastor, the Geo, I mean, that's how we call it, the Geo, Mama, our daddy. I don't know why people are surprised. Those are state assets. I see them. It's a business. Them as people investment, but him, Dangote, Otedola, those are protected assets by the states. So they have to constantly in line with the power structure. So things are going on well. And if you look, the Donald Trump administration bring out the communication that they fight against terrorists that are fighting of that. So there are a lot of signals. The international institutions that are borrowing them money, they are home, even though they come out, they complain, everybody they suffer. They're not really concerned. That's why they are making their profit. And that's where these GOs, all these big pastors come in. They have great assets. They cannot go against the state. If they do anyhow, not just one law, they will not, they will be wiped off. So they have no choice. And I don't see why we could. It is because the people, they pay attention to them. And I understand. I mean, 4 out of every 5 Nigerians wants to go to heaven. So, and that is the road to heaven. They have the authority and the way, whatever, to lead people to heaven. So we are in a situation whereby, in as far the central focus is to make heaven first, those people will still remain relevant, and they are taking advantage of that situation. If we are waiting for them to criticize the states, the government, that means the power that be is actually angry with the current with the president, just like Goodluck Jonathan, right? That is a power structure, both in and out of the country, that really wanted him out, and everybody have to fall in line. If you look at all the protests that took place during Goodluck Jonathan, they lead the protests, but all of a sudden they are quiet. That is because the system is at home. So they are just doing their normal business, as far as I'm concerned. Anytime we demand talk, they always they laugh. What do you expect him to say? He has to constantly put in because all these people, they are like head of state, just like President of America. And anytime he make his statement that he has to do with some kind of serious thing, you will see say the stock market shift immediately. So the same thing with the GO2. Anything we talk, that's effects on the populace. That's where their power lies. But as far as I'm concerned, they are working for the state. These people don't have any business in terms of carrying out God mission. Their mission is to work for the state, keep people docile, so that the government can stay focused and manipulate everything else. That's what I see happening here. Make I take a break for
Mr. Chike, I don't know if you can hear us now. If you can hear us, please just go ahead and talk talk and just land on your thoughts, and it's fine. Please, if you can hear us, Mr. Chike, just go ahead and speak. I don't know why you're having a delay. I think you're listening to us from another device on YouTube, and then you're calling in at the same time. That's why there is a delay in your conversation. So I don't know why we have a delay, and it's really
No,
dragging the conversation. So just go
I
ahead, sir,
turned
if you
off.
can hear us.
I turned off. I turned off everything that I had except my phone before I was going on
Okay,
my laptop. Can you hear me better now?
very well. So just go ahead, sir. Don't bother whether
Okay.
we can hear you. We are can. So just go ahead and
Okay.
speak, sir.
Okay. All right. Sorry for that inconvenience.
Not a
So
problem, sir.
what I was saying was, you know, for if I was there at that event, I would have disrupted that event. There's no way I would let that event hold. Because it's not fair to Nigerian children that are in the forest. And this man, that so-called pastor, will not speak up, about those children, will not stand up for the Nigerian children that are being killed, adopted every single day. And this man will not speak. So that's number one. So, please, next time they're coming, publicize it, let us know. Um, so, so the second thing is NDC, being deregistered. You cannot go, running from one man, from one party to another, to another, to another. How far would you run? So I think Obi, not even Obi, I think the people of Nigeria need to come together and say, look, this is not going to happen. We are not going nowhere. I'm sorry to say it like that, but that's how I make, we are not going anywhere. So either we have this election or we don't. I think Tinubu at some point will have to understand that people are not. And so for those of us that are here in the diaspora, look, T.Y. Benjamin, Ovia Whiskey. So we all need to come together. Forget there are some of us that are supporting Tinubu, but there are more of us than them. So we need to come together and have a plan, to match what Tinubu and his people are doing. I think we don't. Those of us that are here, we don't recognize the power that we have. It's just that we have not been able to uh, let it happen. So I want to start a group. I happen to be a candidate for state delegate here in state of Maryland. I won my primary a couple of days ago, and so that has taken a lot of my time from participating uh, on events like this, on platforms like this. So, but definitely we must come together and let them know that this should not happen, because I have like 10, my I have 9 brothers and sisters. I have maybe 20 nieces and nephews. And between them, among them, they have so many friends that we can, talk to them and say, "Hey, look, until you do this or do that, don't ask me for money ever, ever again." So we have so much that we can do, precious. So but we're not doing it. And we can, people keep calling, oh, B need to do this, or B need to do that. No, B is only one man. He can't do but so much. So, and we can say, oh, people in Nigeria, they need to do this, they need to do that. What about those of us here? What have you actually done? So October 1st, if anybody want to come down to Washington, D.C., Nigerian embassy, I'm going to be arrested. I'm going to lock up the Nigerian embassy. I'm going to lock it down, and knowing that I'll be arrested. So if anybody want to come down that day, Precious, I need you, I'll pass down my information to you, and I want everybody to have it. And let's come down that day and celebrate real Nigerian independence that day. We need to do that, not Tinubu, not whoever the embassy is assigned to that. We need to disrupt everything that day. We need to hold it down. October 1st. Can we do that? Can that's the least that we can do. That's just the least. Other than, letting our people back home know that they cannot be supporting, criminality. So Precious, so before I leave, I'm gonna pass down my information to you if you don't mind, and so that people can reach out to me, and so that we can, on October 1st, we're going to go to Nigerian embassy in Washington, D.C., and we're going to lock it down. And so anybody that wants to get their visa, please go get your visa before October 1st, because we're going to do something at the Nigerian embassy in Washington, D.C. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Miss Abioye, you're welcome. Don't do anything illegal that will make them wound you. Let them not wound you, sir.
No, look, Precious, I know I will be arrested that day, and that's fine. It's very simple.
Why do you think you'll be arrested? What would you be doing? That means you'll be going against the law?
Yeah. At some point there has to be a civil disobedience, and it happens here every time. So you can get arrested and get bailed out the next day. So it's not a big deal. So, but that's my way to let the world know what's going on in Nigeria. That's simple. It's not a big deal. Nobody's going to kill me. I'm not going to kill anybody, but I will lock up. Nobody's going to go in or go out of the Nigerian embassy until I get arrested. I know I will get arrested. That's for sure. That's how it happens.
So what will you benefit if you get arrested?
What's the aim of
How has that helped anything?
My benefit is to let the world know what's going on in Nigeria. That's
so if you're arrested, the world automatically would understand what's going on in Nigeria?
No, because when you get arrested, it's on television. It's written. There are news people around. Within the embassy area that's going to write about what went at the Nigerian embassy on that particular day. That's the only way the world knows what's going on. I will be interviewed, even in the jail. I'll get interviewed, and I'll let them know why.
So you deliberately want to cause a scene to create attention?
Absolutely,
that's what
yes.
You're saying.
Yes, ma'am.
But I don't think there's anything going on in Nigeria right now that the world doesn't know. Trump is amplifying it like wildfire.
But would you stop though? Is that the reason why would we stop?
Right.
Do we have to stop?
No.
Oh, okay. That's it.
Point.
So
well,
we need to
sir,
we need to keep our foot. We need to keep our foot on the pedal and keep pushing down.
All right, sir. All right, sir. Because I need to end the show. I mean, I'm gone past my time now. So, Mr. Abioye, let me let you talk, and then the flagship talk quickly, and then I wrap up the show.
I will begin, since it's such a short time we have. I'll begin by congratulating the young man, and I do support him. The reason is very simple. In the 90s, I was one of those who occupied the embassy. They were on 16th Street. And we actually occupied in different times, different environments. They appealed to us, and we were able to let go. I participated in, and I'm not just talking about myself, but I just want to say this for a reason. I participated with the demonstration alongside people like Jesse Jackson, who were arrested with a minimal fine. But times have changed, and I will be there too. My name is Rabiu Johnson. I'll try to look
Thank
for
you.
you in the crowd, and whatever we do, we can do it constructively, and we'll make arrangements that we will be covered by outside what you call it. But the only thing I'm surprised at is he's now giving them a flash signal as to what we will do. You can guarantee yourself there'll be Secret Service there. There'll be all kinds of people because they don't sleep in America, especially the embassy.
That's true.
So and I do congratulate you. Like I said, I vouch to be there myself, and
Thank you.
I might even carry a little gray card that says representing Miss Precious Enyi. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't drag you to such things that you're not actually involved in. So I'm glad to be back. I was out of circulation for a while, but I kept, the good thing about this is I kept watching you guys. I followed all the programs,
You're
and
welcome, sir.
I will say it right now. My appeal to those of us that are enjoying the benefits, either by just listening to this show, is to make sure at the minimum we send this show to our friends, either through messenger, either through phone calls, and we let the subscription grow. So, we need this. Because at first I was wondering about that. How come such an important show like this would only have like 30,000 subscribers or
It's
somewhere
not even
around
up
that
to
lane?
30,000 though. We're still approaching.
Yeah.
We're just on 28,000 plus. So
No,
thank you
no.
for this. I
There
appreciate
are
it,
certain
sir.
things you might need to adjust. Maybe you speak to a computer specialist or something like that. Because sometimes, the numbers can diminish. I'm giving you an example. I'm not like an expert on it. By you having too many shows. Because it's the same people that will be following you. And maybe the good thing is you have to also publicize. Even though some of us that listen to you a lot, we don't quite figure in the timeline. Sometimes we listen to shows that are made up just like that. But I'm not here to correct anything, but to encourage you. And you have good people beside you, like Mr. Doctor, Mr. Danjuma, and whoever is behind the scene. I salute everybody. So, and I salute you. So I'll let go now since you mentioned the fact that.
But you can go ahead, to express yourself. Just go ahead.
Oh, yes.
Go ahead. If you have something
Okay.
to say, go ahead with it.
Oh, yes. Basically,
you're here already, so I can accommodate your thoughts. So why not?
It's kind of funny while you were speaking the other day, today or so. I listened to that about the first lady. I just finished watching a little cartoon that said what she said about us doing cooling and stuff like that, and also the analysis that you made with the person you were speaking to, the prince. He said something about we did that in those days. So yeah, times have changed. The economy has changed. How many coolings would you sell to send a child to the university? So everybody is now heading towards a new kind of colonial enslavement through Tinubu, through taxation, through student loans. I'm not saying it is bad, but Nigeria, they probably claim half of us got it illegally 10 times. Somebody might get 10 loans. So it's not really going to work. The only thing is to create room for people to be able to do these things. So I'll just stop at that. Your show is wonderful. And God bless everybody that supports you.
Thank you so much, and we'll do our best to improve on our timing. But it's been crazy, and I think I had complained about, or perhaps explained about the timing before. So I have other paying gigs, things that pay my bills, and I spend a lot of money to keep this platform running every month. I can't tell you the amount, which I can just tell you privately, because I have, you have a lot of things you have to prepare on the ground to get this running. So it costs me a lot of money, and the platform cannot fund itself at the moment. So for that reason, I have to also keep my other gigs, and those gigs can be time consuming too and demanding. And that's why I have to pay attention to them, because man must work in this Nigeria. The economy is not smiling. So I have to ensure that I take care of the stomach first before. So that's why. But once I am able to get things together, if this platform was big enough to an extent, and maybe if we start taking advertisements and all that, we can say that it may be able to fund itself, and then we can now have definite timing for our programs. But for now, please forgive me for the staggered timing. It's not deliberate, but it's just because I have to accommodate means to fund the platform. That's why. Thank you, sir. The flagship, you're welcome.
Thank you.
The flagship, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Precious.
Sir?
How you doing now?
I do. I don't go tell you I did fine because I know they fine. Make I know they pretend. But I did, sir.
Thank
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Precious, you get,
Sir?
you know, those days from my adult days, those days for home.
Mm.
You get one song when we sing. I know go sing and make an wax album for your platform today.
No, just try sing small. Small. Just give us intro. Small intro. Yeah.
When I remember Nigeria, what I run away me are you?
Hell, Why?
I'm telling you. You know, you could get
I hope so you know be care guides that year.
My sister, now you they talk.
Because they sound like Songito.
I don't know what care guide do.
You're welcome, sir. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. And good evening to everybody on the show.
Good evening to you,
those
too,
that
sir.
are listening. Precious, you know, you go get the way something go hit person. You don't know whether you cry, whether not to cry or not to laugh. Yet how the pain could be. Sometimes I laugh, you go laugh. Sometimes you go cry. Sometimes you just don't know what to do. It's unfortunate that, and I beg, I'm not saying you won't come up quick, but give me a little bit of time, I beg.
I will try.
I'm not going to you.
No, Wahala, go ahead, sir.
Make I start with this NDC Wahala. I beg, educate me if I not get this right. If these peace people there, when he filed this suit for the registration of NDC, are they still active? Is it still an active party within INEC? Are they recognized?
Mr. Chike, help me mute yourself, please, because of the noise in your background. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Sorry.
Go ahead.
They recognize them for INEC as a registered active.
No, they are not registered party. They attempted to register in 2015.
Okay.
But they did not register them. And since then, they did not appeal to INEC to try to register. They just leave them.
Okay. So that means they are inactive. They're not this system.
No. They're not there. They're not there.
They trademark this logo.
There is no evidence to that. There is no evidence to the fact that they trademarked the logo.
And they're not patent them.
I don't think there's an evidence to that.
There's no case. There is no case. If somebody won't register business, for example, and I won't call my business Lakbaja Incorporated, I go first do a name search first. I mean, I'm sorry, doing for Nigeria.
Sebi, the other time when I asked me, say, make I open account because of this platform, I get to register this platform as an entity because I have a personal business I'm running, which is different. That business takes care of media advisory, media consultancy, media productions, media buyings, and all of those issues. That's what it does. It's a different company entirely that I established in 2012. However, for the purpose of this thing, what they do, when they ask me to register a business, I get to say, whether make I use a YouTube name like that, even register. So I register Precious Any TV Concept as a business name, just like you said. And when I was registering it, they made sure that there is no other name like it before I registered it. Exactly. So if I send you the account details to pay money, now you say, now Precious Any TV Concept, 9 days for the name. So meaning saying I only me get them. And as I don't get them now, CSC no go fee register any other person for that name.
Correct.
Anybody will come to register with Precious Any TV now again. They go say, no, that name, they don't take them. It exists. Okay. Not vex. See, I can't talk lecturer for your talk.
No. I say you explain because not the same thing for this side.
Thank you.
So, not the same thing for party level. And I try to ask these questions, make me first not speak out of ignorance before I say what I want to say. Is it the same thing at party level that if party A, party B, C, and D, so on, register for INEC, they are assigned unique individual names, logos, mottos, whatever it is.
If it is not the same thing, then that means you would have had 3 APCs now and 5 PDPs now.
All right. So now judicial rascality now they go on so. And it really pains me because this is not one thing when we they talk about for so long about the competence and literacy of our please make according to the way they talk for Nigeria, my learned folks, my learned colleague. Me, I not be lawyer, but make the learned colleagues them when go hear this, make una not vex. This actually questions the literacy, the judicial literacy. Let me put it that way, and knowledge of those in our judicial system that don't know the law. 2 weeks ago, I asked a question here when Dr. Katz was here about the courts in Nigeria, if they are linked. Was it Dr. Katz I asked, or one of your guests, if the courts are linked, in the sense that before a judge could make a decision on a case anywhere, they don't get information if there is a previous judgment given somewhere else. They can see it. If they want reference them, if they want cite them, anybody can use them. But it seemed like the judicial process is being circumvented. And that means that they trash them. They throw them for dustbin. It doesn't matter. And it seems like that's what these guys are doing. Is either I get it or I destroy everything. And what Dr. Katz was saying the other day, I like his idea, I like his opinion, I like his optimism, but this gentleman approach not going to work. It's not going to cut it this time. It is in our church now they build, or now NDC they do. We bring all the sinners and let them come. It won't work that way. Unfortunately, with this set of guys when they so, they not believe in process, procedure, policies. All of that thing are foreign to them. They don't know it. They don't understand it, and you see it every day in the capacity of the people that are in government who are making decisions, writing policies, making what do you call it? I try to comport myself, but they make policies when it will affect the everyday life of the Nigerian people. And they don't really know book. Make I use that word. They don't understand what they're
so before you continue your thought and not vex, make I just pause you small, deviate small. Somebody said that PNP has a registered peace logo, trademark as a corporation. Now, I just did a quick search on Google. I mean, AI, as a matter of fact, it says the Peace Movement Party, PNP, does not have a registered patent for its logo. Additionally, the two-finger victory sign is an iconic, universally used symbol and cannot be privately trademarked or patented by a single entity. I hope that I am able to, not be me talk. So before we start supporting what is not, it's good that we give people the right information. This is just what E.A. had to tell us. And you know, say that girls a bit something where she see things we will know the fit see quick.
Thank you so much for that. And that's why I asked that question, so that those who want to defend this stuff go get an idea. Either go check and know the difference between trademarking, patenting, and symbols, signs, logos that you can trademark. You are allowed to trademark. There are those that are considered universal and general that even if you won't use them for your business, you cannot trademark it. They may allow you to use it, but you cannot own it as your own personal
because
sign.
Of how universal it is.
It's universal.
Yes.
All right. So that is, and thanks for clarifying that. So my
it's just like me is patenting Precious. It's not possible. It will not be granted to me. But I can patent Precious in because I have streamlined it. But if it is Precious alone, as Precious is, nobody will give me that uniqueness and that exclusivity to carry. No, let me figure Precious. Nobody will give me that exclusivity. So
no, it doesn't work anywhere legally. So that I think is something the NDC and their legal team should look at. This is no case. Now, I believe, I know it's in our judicial rascality they go on. Even if the law books and the law, the constitution, and everything that backs this up, and all the what do you call it, INEC procedures supports what the NDC has done, they will still go ahead and say they will go against it. We know that. We already know that. Tinubu has said it. It's a do or die thing. He doesn't let go easily. Even if it's 3 people that vote for him, he still has the election and the result. So what the NDC needs to do now, they need to change gear. This still not be gentleman approach, except say they don't mean business. The courts, they have it. They have the judges. Everybody's compromised. So not be, let's go back. Yeah, go back and appeal, but you need to really come out red eye. Now, that's the only language these people will understand. I get firefighter friends for this side. And one thing that they always tell me, when would they get all these wildfires, when they go crazy for the US here now? They say there are some fires. Make I use the word when one of my guys used. He said there are some crazy wildfires that you don't fight with water. You fight them with fire. It didn't make sense to me at first, but it's true. I looked it up online and it's true. There are some fires you fight with fire. You go burn everything when it is in front of that fire that is flammable before it reaches what you to protect. By the time it gets there, there's nothing to combust it anymore. NDC cannot play this cool and calm game if they really mean business. That's why we did talk the other day, and somebody yesterday was telling you to tell Dr. Katz to go back to the NDC and have them put their game up. They need to bring their A game in this thing. Gentleman or gentility not go carry him. He will not catch it. If not, kiss it goodbye. I go end there. To the Nigerian church. To Nigerian church. I'll go start with this. For everybody when they listen, they're gonna pick the scriptures and go look in the book of Isaiah chapter 1. Read from verse 1 to 18. Take them a little bit further to 19. And then make you mirror what we now call Christianity and church for Nigeria. It's exactly a mirror image of what's going on. You see what your most revered leader, spiritual leader, I call him the Pope of Nigeria or Africa. You see what he has boldly told you, and I'm glad that people push back right there in DC. He doesn't care. He won't say nothing. Deborah, what's that girl's name in the north, in Sokoto? He didn't say nothing. The Christians in Benue are being killed. He don't care. So his words are these: whether or not they die, I support Tinubu and what he's doing. And to all those gallant, brave men and women who wear our uniforms that are being beheaded and slaughtered every day, what he's saying is, I don't give a damn. To those mothers, children that are being kidnapped and killed every day, he say not mean anything to them. He believes and supports the guy who is on seat there that is practically doing nothing. His comment is, if Tinubu give command, whatever they do with it is their business. It doesn't bother him. Oh yeah, he doesn't depend on the angels of God to protect him every day. He gets security with bullets in their guns to the nozzle. When they follow him, go anywhere when they go. He doesn't feel the pinch that the everyday Nigerian feels. The Christians in his church, he doesn't feel it. So you see this I don't care attitude, which is what we are good in, some of us, not all of us. Until the chicken comes home to roost, you will not understand what those kids in that forest are going through. What that woman or the principal in that forest is going through. What they saw with their eyes for over 40 days. You don't care whether they bring them out or not. Oh, I don't care. That's what your revered leader has told you. He dines with them He eats from them. They support him. They give him all the leverages that he can get. There's nothing he will ask for that he doesn't get from the Nigerian government. Of course, that's his in-law. His daughter that is married to him just told the nation to go fry akara everywhere. Everybody get in the akara business. In a world where people are sitting down and designing what will rule the world in the future. And you know these people that are doing it? Young kids.
Can I
China. Go to China. You see this remote. You see all these devices when me and you they use so. Now, high school kids now they bring them out. Go to Japan. Just take a trip one day. Go look and see. November last year, the US, a company in the US called NVIDIA, designed an AI that they bragged about so much. It's going to take over the world entirely. They were going to release it in November, funded by the government. They were going to release it in November last year, 2025. It's their A game. It's supposed to rule everything. AI and the future of everything we know, from wars to manufacturing to medicine to banking, name it. NVIDIA got it. One guy, and they spent millions of dollars. I think over 300 million or so. I might be wrong. I'm being conservative. I'm going to check my numbers. Somebody correct me. Hundreds of millions of dollars to put this thing together that they were going to release in November, and it will hit the world so hard they will make billions from it. Precious. Now one man for China with a group of other small tech guys. They don't know who they are. That same November, when NVIDIA won't bring their A game in terms of AI and what do you call this thing we use these days? I go remember. Now that same month, now that one guy released what they know today as DeepSeek, it crashed NVIDIA. That's me and you the talk. So NVIDIA has not gotten off his belly. So what would have been billions of dollars to an American AI company, one guy with $5 million invested crashed it. And what he brought is better than what NVIDIA gave to us or was supposed to give to us. These are innovations. And you're talking of Akara. You see the mindset? You see where we are? And you think this thing we're doing is going to make any difference? Make your graduates go fry akara, go roast, what do you call it?
Kuli.
Corn. Kuli. My God. You know, my head played dada when I hear them. Did I just hear this correctly?
No, but she wasn't talking about the graduates now the petty traders now, the women then.
Who they fry akara for Nigeria today, my sister? Who they ride Okada? Where they work for your graduates? Even if they're petty women. Now to fry akara for roadside, do you know what it means? Industrialization, there is no plan. We don't have no plan for our future. Now akara, now would okay, you know what? Well, actually, she's right. At least one woman, not be more than she make for Lagos. When she end up for White House when Obama was president, she make more money for White House for them, for one get together when they get. And maybe not that one she see, say they go do akara. They sell. Maybe one day somebody from Aso Rock go call them to come fry akara for them there, and their business go blow, and life becomes better for them. They are making us a fool in the global community. And the sad part is that it's not like we don't have the intelligence. We have it. We have the brains. But those that are supposed to be navigating this ship that we are all in are looking in a direction where nobody else is looking at. Then people are going forward. They are going way back. Now you see why Nigeria is going to take a lot to turn this place around. Because the people you thought, even if your politicians not do well for now to make things right, the church is the last place that people run to. But you now find out that they are also complicit with your politicians. They eat and dine with them. They don't give a excuse me, I almost slipped there, about you. Nigerian Christians, you will pray and pray and pray and pray until you can pray no more. If you don't use your brains, let me tell you what that the 18th verse of that Isaiah chapter 1 says. God, the God, that is if not the same God when these pastors they talk to about, if not the real God, the creator, the Alpha and Omega, if not in that they talk about. In that verse 18, he said, make una come. He go clean una. No matter how bad your sins be. And then somewhere down the line, he said, come and let us reason together. Make we think. Make we use our brains. Make we use this thing when I give una. But we sit down there and we pray. But these guys, they don't pray. Trump, now a friend, he talk him. He's connected to the who's who in the world. But now when they're there, there's no place for you. Your kinds are dying every day. The man says he doesn't care. He supports what the president is doing, which is nothing. The generals that are being slaughtered in the field every day, the pastor says he doesn't care. He supports what the president is doing. He took a dump on the entire people, including his own. This is why I question that thing they call Christian practice in Nigeria. The Pope, who is known as the #1 Christian in the world, that everybody globally recognizes, will speak when he sees something wrong, regardless of who's there. And I end with this. I always ask the question, what is the purpose of the church in any community where it is founded? Go back to the Bible and look at it. What is the purpose of the church in any place where it is found or founded? Don't tell me it's to prepare the people for heaven. No, that's not it. Go look in your Bible. Those who were prophets, they spoke against kings, rulers, when they misbehave. Those when they lose God, they speak the mind of God, regardless whether they go kill them or not. Elijah is one. When he speak, finish. When Jezebel they come out, he take off, he fear. Name all the prophets in the Bible, and you tell me one that is compromised, whom God speaks to and say, go and tell the king to stop this turnaround, or tell the people, if not, my wrath will come down on them. When he go there and say, I'm not going to tell you this one, but this one I'm going to tell you. You not talk with the God saying you can't talk. That's why Nigeria is going down every day. Nobody can speak anymore for the people. The people are left alone. So Nigerian Christians, when I don't see them, when I don't hear them, now for America here, now I talk them. He says support what they go on there. The banditry when they go on there, he doesn't give a damn about it. The kidnappings when they go on, he doesn't give a damn. That's the simple interpretation of everything he said. So make una wise up. Make una use that thing when God put for our head, so called brains. Not be every day that they go to church. Jesus, when he was here on earth, not be every day they gather people for one place, keep them locked. Make una begin to think and figure a way out for ourselves to get out of this mess. If not, now forever and ever. Now I'm not going to continue in this mess or not to go through so. But I pray, it is not so. So now wise up and do the right thing. Precious, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, the flagship. Mr. Bio, you wanted to say something very quickly. Let me let you know
Yes,
that I'm
yes. I almost wanted
I'm more than 1 hour past my bedtime, so I need to hurry. Please, let's
okay, no problem. Just a phrase or two. One correction I'd like to make, like Tinubu family, although they're in my book of most disrespected families in the world, the Tinubu's wife is not the son, is not the daughter of Adeboye, and
spiritual daughter. He calls her.
okay. Yeah,
And he
good.
calls Tinubu his son-in-law, his
Right.
brother.
Actually, okay. I'm glad we're on the same line with that. But actually, what it is she's also is a senior pastor in the church, and with his kind of system, when they came to the church, they disrupted the church. When we were student leaders, even when you guys started forming the Igbo organizations in the US in the 80s, we had our own Isokon, but he came after you guys. He was the kind of person, when he always came to your meeting, observed those who are patronizing, and before you know it, within a month or two, your organization is broken. That is Tinubu's method operandi. And the wife too is also did the same thing in that church you were talking about. That church doesn't belong to Adeboye anymore. It belongs to the Tinubus. I actually...
Redeem does not belong to Adeboye anymore.
Well, again, maybe I'm the one who needs to correct myself on that. What I mean by that is who is controlling the church. That's the way he operates. That's the way they operate, I see now. Even though I admire her, at one time I thought she was first governor in Nigeria, but I can see she's second fiddle to her husband. I'm sure he doesn't beat her, but he has her under total control, even when she was a senator. So I just feel sorry for Nigeria. And the gentleman that spoke, I agree with 99% of what you said. The only thing is, and I'd like to add this real quick, Miss Precious, if you don't mind. I see we tend to get a thick skin when we say we should work together. Maybe those who present that are already biased on one side, so we tend to be defensive. But I would say the best system to beat Tinubu, not to work together as a group, but to have independent systems to work against him. For example, let's start concentrating on the APC's faults and let's start elaborating it. Let's start showing them out, calling them out, and let's start working together in that group. And I don't know how this works, but if there's any organization that doesn't have a representative in any state, from local to governorship or whatever, we need to appeal to each other. Okay, we're not going to be there. We're going to tell our people to vote for you. Only if there's a difference. Of course, I'm not going to tell you work for me and then get rid of my governor. But if there's any position, and also the last thing I'd say, the best thing we all can do is to change this focus on the presidential candidacy. It's very important, and it'll help Obi also. We need to start now focusing on the Senate and the House. Because you see, if you can focus on that, if we can paint a picture of where they need to go, you will see the next election will be very successful. Even as we start removing them, we start empowering our own people, especially Obi man. But the point I'm saying about that is we need to shift that focus and let it be made that, look, we're going to shovel them out of the office. We're going to remove them out of the office. They are the source of the bone of contention. In the meanwhile, what we're doing now is we're focusing on that, and we know he's going to cheat. But even if he cheats and succeeds, if the Senate changes 80% and it's no more APC, there's victory there. Then we can start working on the job of government. We can start doing things that needs to be done. This is just my humble opinion. I'm sorry I was born in a political family, and I'm so far from it. And I'll tell you all publicly, and I'll say it openly, the reason why I got scared of politics, even my father with integrity, as a young guy, I've seen him sit and talk to somebody like Obasanjo or somebody like that, and they'll promise 3 people in a single day for positions. And my father always joked. I said, Dad, you're lying. Politics is terrible. How are you going to do things like this? He'll just smile and say, those are social lies. We have to do it. He's a man of great integrity. But those things made me so detest politics that I'll tell you, I don't know what we'll do without politics, but I think the world will do better without politics. I have done better, both financially, physically, psychologically, with my children and otherwise. I am happy I'm out of politics. And just at my later years now, I'll be 70 in October, I just feel I need to contribute to politics. That's why I participate in things like this. And I have nothing to lose, really. So I'll let you all do your show. Thanks a lot. I'm listening.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Where's Mr. Chiki? He wanted to say something. I think he wanted to say something before we... Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Ovi. Thank you, T.Y. Danjuma. Do you have anything to say, Ovi and T.Y. Danjuma? Just
No. Go sleep. Go sleep.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
go
you.
sleep.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you tomorrow evening. Maybe I'll try to be starting early, like maybe at least 8 o'clock. I wish my itinerary, so that we can at least talk between 8 to midnight and we'll have extensive time to discuss. I'll try to do so. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God
well,
bless.
there we go. Before we go, I wanted to show you people our Lagos. What flood did to us? How can I forget? Did you see our Lagos recently?
It's an island, so
it's worse in Ghana. It's worse in Ghana. Ghana is terrible.
Bagada, what is happening? And this one, both
This
mainland,
na-
island, everywhere they affected. Everywhere, no place they exempted. No place. It was crazy.
Lagos is smell. See,
well, maybe they say Lagos they smell it dirty, so maybe it needs cleaning.
This canal is one of the biggest canals in Lagos. And look at the easy flow of water that is supposed to take all of the flooded waters from your areas, from your streets, right, to the canal. But look at this. Look at how clogged this place is with dirt, different kinds of dirt. And just look at how over 20 men, over 20, I tried counting at one point. They are trying to push the dirt away, and so that this place will not get flooded or will not get clogged more, right? But they are trying to push the dirt. It's going to cause another havoc somewhere else. And it's so sad. Lagosians, don't drop. Look at how clogged this place.
This is sad. This is sad. At the end of the day, now will be our greatest challenge. I just thought to name that. TF, you said something, sir.
Yeah, I was going to ask. Now, they said not the only rain do this one for now. When it happened to Ghana, everywhere in the West Coast. You know that earthquake when it happened for Venezuela.
Yes.
So
but no, whether it is everywhere or not, or as a result of climate change or not, or whatever it is, the impact would have reduced if we did the right thing. That's the point. The impact wouldn't have been this much if we did the right thing. If we feel control the things, then what would they do? We know, say, sometimes we will complain, say, Lagos state government, they demolish houses where they buy canals and all that. But there are still houses of some big men where they buy canal where they never touch. They never demolish those ones. You know. But beyond all of that, ourselves, how can you, as rain, for an opportunity for people to go through something for inside gutter? It's an existential problem that we have, and it will take God to deliver us. And I don't think, say, education will solve all of that problem. I mean, the part of literacy, because I feel like an organized society already gets things where they're supposed to make a borrow person language in an organized manner. So we need to do things in an organized manner in this country. And when we begin to do something in an organized manner, we'll see things go just better. For instance, in most countries where things work, you have a bin bag, a setting. In fact, now even the lawmakers and they give, as in now the waste management companies, they give you the kind of bin bags we go use for even different disposal self. You know, but yeah,
we go need to do organized first before we can do organized things.
I beg. It's so much. We have a lot of problems. And I do hope that
another contract for Shaguri. I ain't the console.
That's a good one.
Thank you so much. Well, here we go. Good night, everyone, and God bless you. Please remember to like and share this post before you exit. Kindly like, share, subscribe to this platform. Send to people around you to subscribe, please, so that we can see if we can hit 100,000 before what do they call it? Election. I do hope that happens. But for now, I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who's joined the show. It's always a big pleasure to have you join us. Thank you so much. Sincere apologies if I can't take your calls again. That's because my time is already fast spent before they go pursue me for house. I live with my mother. I she no chase me come out. I love you guys and I appreciate you. Good night and God bless you.